6 months. That is all it takes to completely change your life. Not years, not a lifetime. Just 6 months of focused effort, intense discipline, and unwavering commitment. Most people never realize how quickly they can turn everything around because they are stuck in the mindset. That transformation takes forever, but it doesn't. 6 months of doing the right things. 6 months of moving with purpose. 6 months of executing at the highest level. And you will look back and barely recognize yourself. Most people waste 6 months without even realizing it. They drift from one thing to another. They let distractions steal their time. They start things and never finish them. And because of that, nothing changes. But the people who understand how momentum works, the people who know how to focus, the people who commit fully, those are the ones who experience breakthroughs that seem impossible to everyone else. Imagine if you decided right now that the next 6 months will be different, that for the first time in your life, you would lock in completely, that you would eliminate every distraction, every excuse, every weakness that has held you back, that you would wake up every single day with a plan, execute that plan with precision, and refuse to slow down no matter what. If you did that, if you truly committed to that level of intensity, where would you be 6 months from today? How much stronger, how much sharper, how much closer to the life you want? Most people never ask themselves this question. They tell themselves they will change someday. They say they will get serious when the time is right. But the truth is, someday is not a real day on the calendar, and the right time never comes. There is only now, and the people who succeed, the people who rise to the top, the people who separate themselves from a crowd, those are the ones who understand that every moment they waste is a moment they will never get back. So here's the decision you need to make. Are you ready to take full control? Are you ready to stop waiting? Are you ready to give yourself 6 months of relentless execution? 6 months of becoming the most disciplined, focused, and unstoppable version of yourself. Because if you are, you're about to experience a level of progress most people will never see in their lifetime. And once you see what you are capable of, you will never want to go back. This is not about motivation. This is not about feeling inspired for a few days and then falling off track. This is about a system, a structured, step-by-step plan that, if followed correctly, will guarantee success. A plan that will force you to grow, to evolve, to push past every limitation you thought you had. A plan that will transform your habits, your mindset, your discipline, and your results. So if you are ready, if you are serious, if you are willing to do what is necessary, then the next 6 months will be the most powerful, productive, and transformative months of your life. And once you start, once you commit, once you see the power of consistent execution, there will be no stopping you. The first step in this 6-month plan is to take full responsibility for where you are right now. No more blaming circumstances. No more pointing fingers. No more waiting for things to change on their own. If you are not where you want to be in life, there is only one reason. Your decisions have led you here. And if you want to change where you are 6 months from now, you need to start making better decisions today. Most people never take full ownership of their life. They blame their past, their environment, their upbringing, the people around them. They convince themselves that they are stuck because of external forces. But winners do not think like that. Winners understand that. No matter what has happened in the past, they are in control of what happens next. They do not waste energy complaining about things they cannot change. They put all their focus into what they can control. And that is what you need to do. From this moment forward, you must adopt the mindset that everything is your responsibility. Your results, your progress, your habits, your mindset, your success. If something is not working in your life, it is your job to fix it. If you're not where you want to be, it is your job to do something about it. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more wasting time. The next thing you need to do is get crystal clear on your goals. Most people fail because they do not have a clear target. They say they want success, but they cannot define what success looks like. They say they want to improve, but they have no idea what that actually means. If you do not have a precise, measurable goal, you will never make real progress. So ask yourself, where do I want to be 6 months from now? What do you want to accomplish? What skills do you want to develop? What habits do you want to build? What areas of your life need to improve? And be specific if you want to get in shape. What does that mean, losing a certain amount of weight? Gaining muscle, running a faster mile? If you want financial success, what does that look like? Earning a specific amount of money, saving a certain percentage, building a business. Vague goals create vague results. You need a target that is so clear, so precise that there is no confusion about what you are working toward. Once you have your goals, you need a plan, because setting goals is not enough. Anyone can say they want something. The difference between winners and everyone else is that winners create a roadmap. They do not just set goals. They break them down into daily, weekly, and monthly actions. If your goal is to get in the best shape of your life, in 6 months, what does that require on a daily basis? What does your training plan look like? What does your nutrition need to be? How many hours of sleep do you need? If your goal is financial success, what are the exact steps you need to take? Do you need to increase your income? Cut unnecessary expenses, build a new skill, start a business? You need to get specific about what needs to be done every single day to move you closer to your goal. And then you need to execute relentlessly, because this is where most people fail. They set goals, they make a plan, but then they do not follow through. They let distractions get in the way. They let emotions dictate their actions. They let inconsistency ruin their progress. But that will not be you for the next 6 months. You will show up every single day and execute your plan with discipline. And this is the key. You must stop negotiating with yourself. Most people fail because they give themselves options. They wake up and ask themselves, do I feel like doing this today? And the moment you ask yourself that question, you have already lost, because your mind will always choose comfort over effort. It will always take the easier route. It will always look for an excuse to avoid doing the hard work. But winners do not negotiate with themselves. They do not wake up and ask if they should work out. They just do it. They do not wonder if they should follow their plan. They execute their plan no matter what. They have made a decision in advance that their actions are non-negotiable. And because of that, they succeed. And this is the mindset you must develop. Your success over the next 6 months depends on your ability to take action, even when you do not feel like it. Your discipline must be stronger than your emotions. Your commitment must be stronger than your excuses. Your focus must be stronger than your distractions. Because if you can do that, if you can build the habit of executing without hesitation, you will achieve more in 6 months than most people do in years. And that is the power of this plan. It is not about motivation. It is not about hype. It is about systematically changing your life through consistent, disciplined action. It is about making decisions that force you to grow. It is about pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone every single day, so that 6 months from now, you are not just a little better. You are unrecognizable from the person you are today. So this is your challenge. No more hesitation, no more inconsistency, no more waiting for the perfect moment. From this point forward, you are all in every single day without fail. Because if you commit to this level of intensity, nothing can stop you. The first step in this 6-month success plan is to establish complete control over your time and priorities. Without this, nothing else will work. You can set all the goals you want. You can make all the plans in the world. But if you do not control your time, someone else will. Your days will get eaten up by distractions. Your energy will be drained by things that do not matter. And before you know it, 6 months will have passed, and you will still be in the same place. That is why the first commitment you must make is this: every single moment of my time will serve my mission. Most people let their time slip away. They wake up and immediately react to the world. And before they even start their day, their mind is already scattered. This is why they stay stuck. They live on autopilot. They don't have a system. They don't have a structure. And because of that, they never make real progress. But you are not going to live that way anymore. From this moment forward, you will take control of your schedule. You will wake up with a plan, and you will execute that plan without hesitation. You will not let distractions dictate your day. You will not waste time on things that do not serve. Your mission you will treat every single hour like it is the most valuable resource you have, because it is. And that means setting boundaries. That means eliminating wasted time. That means refusing to engage in anything that pulls you away from your vision. Because here is the truth. Every single thing you do is either moving you closer to your goals or pulling you further away. There is no neutral, there is no I'll do it later. There is no just 5 more minutes. There is only forward or backward. And if you're serious about transforming your life, in 6 months, you must move forward every single day. This is where most people fail. They start strong, but they do not protect their time. They allow themselves to be pulled in too many directions. They give in to distractions. They waste hours doing things that do not matter. And because of that, they lose momentum. They lose focus, they fall back into their old ways. But that will not be you. You will create a schedule that forces you to succeed. You will wake up at the same time every day. You will structure your mornings to maximize your energy. You will dedicate blocks of time to deep work, to training, to growth. You will not allow meaningless distractions to interfere with your mission, and most importantly, you will stick to your schedule no matter what. Because once you start negotiating with yourself, once you start making exceptions, once you start skipping things because you don't feel like it, you lose. This is not about working harder. This is about working smarter. This is about eliminating wasted effort and focusing on what actually moves the needle. Most people are busy, but they are not productive. They fill their day with things that do not matter. They trick themselves into thinking they are making progress, when in reality, they are just staying in motion without actually moving forward. But you will not fall into that trap. You will not confuse movement with progress. Every action you take will be intentional. Every effort you make will be measured. Every single thing you do will serve a purpose. And if it does not serve your mission, you will cut it out of your life immediately. And this is where your biggest breakthrough will happen. When you realize how much of your time is actually being wasted. Because when you start tracking your days, when you start measuring how you are really spending your time, you will see the truth. You have far more time than you think. You're just not using it correctly. And once you fix this, once you remove every distraction, once you create a system that keeps you locked in, everything changes. Your productivity goes through the roof. Your progress speeds up, your results multiply. What used to take you months to accomplish starts happening in weeks. This is how you create massive success in just 6 months. By taking control of your time with absolute discipline. By removing everything that is not serving you, by eliminating wasted effort and replacing it with relentless execution. So from this moment forward, there are no more wasted hours. There are no more distractions. There are no more excuses. Every single second you have is valuable. Every single decision you make matters. And if you commit to this, if you protect your time with the same intensity that winners do, 6 months from now, you will not even recognize your life. Now that you have taken full control of your time, the next step is to master discipline. Because time alone will not change your life. How you use it will, and this is where most people fail. They set goals, they make plans, they create schedules, but they do not have the discipline to follow through. They rely on motivation. They wait until they feel like doing the work. And that is why they stay stuck. If you want to change your life in 6 months, you must eliminate this weakness. You must stop letting feelings dictate your actions. You must become the kind of person who executes, no matter what, because here's the truth. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. Not talent, not luck. Not intelligence, just pure relentless discipline. The ability to show up every day and do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. And this is where your real transformation begins. Because once you train yourself to act without hesitation, once you eliminate the habit of overthinking, once you remove the need for motivation, you become unstoppable. Most people never get here because they never push past the resistance. They let discomfort stop them. They let small obstacles break their momentum. They quit when things get hard. But winners, they thrive in discomfort. They do not run from struggle. They embrace it. They understand that pain. Fatigued out. None of it matters. The only thing that matters is execution. and that is the mindset you must adopt. No more